Well, you're all quite early here for the party. You've come to Miss Lillian's party this evening? And how do you know Miss Lillian? Oh, do you know her husband, Mr. Charles Fernsell? He's an attorney, and a very promising attorney. He has an office in New Philadelphia. Perhaps you know him. Some of you gentlemen, do you know him? Then do you know Miss Agnes, her sister? She's married to Herbert Greer from Morgantown, West Virginia. Do you know them? Or Miss Louise? Miss Louise, she's married to Mr. Otto Sheffer. Miss Louise lives right next door here, across Boat Street. I believe she's gotten married. She moved in here, she was 17 years old. Such a beautiful young lady. I can understand why Mr. Fernsell's so taken with her. Oh, I just cannot believe she is married. And you know Miss Agnes, she was married here in the house also. Did you attend her wedding? Or Miss Louise? Oh, such happy times we've had in this house. But we've also had some very sad times. Did any of you know Mr. Sam? Mr. Samuel was just a wonderful young man. I cannot believe he's been gone 12 years now. Oh. And Mr. Reeves, he had so many high hopes for him. Oh, Mr. Samuel, he had so many great ideas. I can't imagine what he'd have done for Dover. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Reeves were in California, and they knew before they left that Samuel wasn't feeling very well, but we thought he had influenza. We weren't concerned about that. He had broken his leg back in '99, and his health just never seemed to come back. But he kept getting worse and worse. And so Miss Bell, his wife, contacted her uncle, and he got a gentleman, a doctor from Cleveland, and he came down on the train because none of the local doctors could seem to figure out what had happened to Mr. Samuel. And when they got here, they realized he had typhoid fever, and he was so sick. And there was nothing that could be done. And they said, please get a hold of the family immediately. They've got to get home. And so we sent a wire right away to California, and they got here 2 days before Samuel died. Thank goodness they did get here, because what would have Miss Bell done with those 3 little children? And here's Samuel, 31 years old, and now he is gone. Oh, it was such a tough time, so tough. Oh, I shouldn't be talking. This is supposed to be a happy day, and here I'm being a little on the sad side. But we do miss him very much. You know, it was his idea to build the mill back here. Mr. Reeves was going to retire, and he was going to let Samuel and Mr. A.J. Kranz, who lived across the street, they were going to run the mill. Oh, Samuel had such great ideas of what he wanted to do. But now Mr. Reeves, he will carry on, and he will carry on with the things that Samuel was going to do.